Many GP70s make the way around the green flag lap, and it's Ryan Hitchcock who starts from pole position. Championship leader formerly, James Cook, will be starting from second. 7 wins in a row for Evan Belford going into this race. He'll be starting from third place ahead of Eddie O'Shea on bike 114. Harrison Crosby on bike number 69 will be heading off row number 3 and 5th out of Joe Farragher there. So does that look like
whatever
Johnny
it was,
Garness on bike 57 having a bit of an issue as he heads round to the grid? So
problem solved though.
Yes, problem solved indeed. So fingers crossed he can get back around and start this race. But the rest of the runners and riders, we've got Ollie Walker in 7th position on the grid on bike number 48, picking up 1 win this season and 3 podiums, 6th in the championship ahead of Kyle Payne. Johnny Garness, who we just saw having issues on the green flag lap, picked up 2 podium positions so far this year, will be starting from 9th on the grid, and rounding out the top 10 is the first of the Mellors is Dylan Miller in 10th. Thomas Gomez in 11th spot ahead of Carter Brown on bike number 37. Bailey Stewart Campbell, watch out for him, he came from 13th all the way to 2nd in race number 2, fastest lap of the weekend for Bailey Stewart Campbell. Owen Miller, Saffron Watley, Alfie Davidson and Finn Smart round out your runners and riders ahead of the mini GP50s.
Well, here we go then. It's going to be a 14-lap race, race number 3 for Mini GP70. Look to the flag, revs rise. Who's going to get the run into turn 1? We're off away, and it looks like that's James Cook who's going to lead us going into the first corner for the first time. Let's hope James Cook can have a clean race for the first time this weekend as we now head through the second chicane. Now it looks like, I think Evan Belford or Ryan Hitchcock has slotted into second place as we go down towards the hairpin for the first time. Watch out for Bailey Stewart Campbell, came from 13th to 2nd in race number 2, and Bailey Stewart Campbell will be hoping for similar progress this time as they now turn their way down towards the final corner. For the first time in towards the final corner we go. James Cook leading the way at the moment. Further back we've got a lot of action there, almost 3 wide going into the last corner. It's been Evan Belford who has been unbeaten so far this weekend. Can he be beaten in the final race as we see the number 31 of Dylan Miller making a move on, I think that was Carter Brown, going into the first corner. Have we seen a change for lead? I think we're about to. I think that's Belford trying to get down the inside of Cook. He couldn't do it on entrance. Can he do it on exit? No, so Belford 2nd, O'Shea is 3rd, and then that looks like Hitchcock in 4th.
Just to confuse us once again, James Cook has changed his fading, so instead of a red, he's got red and black up the inside. Belford goes into the final turn, late on the brakes, can't do it at the moment, but if there's anyone that makes a mistake, then O'Shea and Hitchcock are there to pick up the pieces. It looked like coming out the final corner there. Belford just had to set the bike up ever so slightly as he got close to the rear wheel of James Cook, but James Cook is riding a great race at the front at the moment. Had a bit of a disaster in races 1 and 2, crashing from 1st and 2nd positions respectively. Fingers crossed he can stay on the bike this time round. But look at Belford, gets a great run out of the hairpin over the crest of the hill into the next right-hander. Doesn't quite do it just yet. He gets a great run out of the hairpin but can't seem to keep it on the brakes into the next right. Powering down onto the back straight they go. Will it be Belford going for the lead once again? Shaking of the bike from Cook as they tick off another lap as they come across the start finish line now. But look at how good Belford is out of all of these tight right-handers across start finish line have come. They're through the first chicane, powering down into the second. Where can Belford do it? Will it be into the hairpin or will it be out of the hairpin coming through the chicane? Once again, it's not only these 4, we've got Walker and Stuart Campbell. Watch out for Stuart Campbell in 6th, closing down the leaders here. So Ollie Walker on bike 48 and the number 99 of Bailey Stewart Campbell. So this is going to be a 6-rider battle any second now, Chris.
Yeah, it is. It's well, James Cook at the front. It's kind of the cork in the bottle here, isn't he? It's just seeing a queue start to form at the moment in these early stages of the race as Eddie O'Shea dives down the inside of Belford, and Eddie O'Shea goes into second place. Brilliant move at the final corner. Can he overtake James Cook? He can. 2 in as many corners. Eddie O'Shea 3rd to 1st. As quick as that, Cook has been able to hold on to second place. It's Belford in 3rd. Hitchcock is 4th. Walker 5th. Stuart Campbell is there in 6th place as well. So it's 6 for the lead as we come round the hairpin and up towards the crest. Now, is Eddie O'Shea going to be able to pull away here or are we going to see James Cook see an increase in pace? Will he be able to hold on to O'Shea, or will he lose further places?
O'Shea looks like he's trying to open a bit of a gap at the moment. He's dived into the lead very early on, but look at Belford round the outside of Cook into turn number 1, but he's not done it just yet. So through the chicane they go once again. It's Eddie O'Shea leading the way, James Cook in second, Belford into third position, Ryan Hitchcock fourth. We've got Walker and Stuart Campbell. Can Stuart Campbell make his way through the field like he did in race number 1 to claim second position? But out of that hairpin, Cook really struggles and lets O'Shea away, and Belford tries to find a way through. Look at this, O'Shea has a bit of a gap at the front of the field here. So through the right hander they go, powering down the back straight. O'Shea looks over his shoulder, out of shot and into the final turn. But once again, they've closed them back up through the final corner. There's so many laps remaining of this to tick it off. Another one, Belford into second, into the chicane. Cook round the outside, still holds it. This mini GP70 race is all but over. It's just going to keep on building.
Yeah, well, this is allowing Eddie O'Shea to break the toe now as they come out of the second chicane. You can just see O'Shea is out of our view as we look at our screens in the commentary box here. Eddie O'Shea no longer in view when we look at James Cook. He's certainly not down the road, but he is far enough in the lead to not have to worry about James Cook. But can Belford change that? Down towards the final corner we go. Not quite able to do that. Fourth place, Hitchcock, Walker and Stuart Campbell, fourth backwards, have not been able to make moves yet, but that doesn't mean that they are not in contention for this race. O'Shea, someone needs to do something about him if we're going to see a contest for the lead, because at the moment he is helping himself to a gap here in the lead. Stuart Campbell trying to go around the outside of Walker, cannot do it. And I think we're seeing here, Liam, a case of James Cook just delaying now the group behind. Doesn't quite have the pace. Is he waiting for late in the race? I wonder, has he set the bike on to come on later and he just has to try and hold position? I'm not too sure if that's his tactic or if he's simply just not got the pace that he usually does here around Lydd.
It looks like he is dropping back quite significantly from the back of Eddie O'Shea. 1 second the gap is now. O'Shea is on target at the moment to pick up his first race win of the season since round number 1 at Clandon, when he picked up a hat-trick of race wins. But James Cook, it looks like he's getting a better run out of the hairpin than he has done over the last few laps. But once again, he's the cork in the bottle, and the rest of the riders can't make a way past the second position rider in the championship. So powering down the back straight into the final turn. But look at this, Hitchcock looking up the inside of Belford, not making a move stick just at the moment here. So it looks like they're all concentrating together coming out of the final turn. But as Belford looking up the inside, not doing it yet. Ollie Walker's looking around the outside of Hitchcock, and then Bailey Stewart Campbell's looking up the inside of Walker on bike 48. But once again, Cook is just planting the bike in the middle of the circuit, making sure that Belford can't make their way up the inside, and Cook looks to be closing down ever so slightly Eddie O'Shea once again. But Belford's alongside Cook over the crest of the hill into the right hander, not doing it at the moment, but can this give him a good run onto the back straight through the left into the right once again. Don't power out too much. He's got a great run onto the back straight. Will he get up the inside in the final turn? No, he won't. Cook late on the brakes, holds it round the outside, Chris.
Yeah, well, we had Red Bull Rookies rider Max Cook in here yesterday, and he was saying how hard it is to overtake around it. There's not any opportunities really, so Belford's going to have to do something special here to be able to get past Cook. Going to have to look at what O'Shea did. O'Shea was just able to get the run. O'Shea did exactly the right thing. It kind of fell nicely for him that he got the run as soon as he got into second. We did just catch a glimpse of some battling going on down the field, but we'll catch up with that a little bit later on. It looked like Thomas Gomez in 10th place leading a queue of bikes with Mella Davidson and the other Mella as well. The two Mellas involved in the battle for 10th, but now we're going to switch our attention back to the battle for second place, which is being led by James Cook. O'Shea, I've got to say, in the last few laps the gap has stabilised, and is that a sign, is that a warning sign from James Cook to Eddie O'Shea? There could be one or two things happening here, Liam. Eddie O'Shea could be just in cruise mode, or James Cook could have set himself up to come on later in the race and is now starting to execute that plan.
I would say he might be doing that, but cue the Jaws theme music, because Bailey Stewart Campbell has made his way past Ollie Walker. Is Belford making his way past Cook? No, he doesn't, but Bailey Stewart Campbell's now got into 5th. Can he make some moves past other riders? Belford up the inside into the chicane. Not doing it yet. That was close, wasn't it?
Very close.
Cook just chops the nose off Belford into the first chicane. But Stuart Campbell looking leady under the brakes into the second chicane in 5th position. These riders are nose to tail, and the gap between Cook and O'Shea is coming down by minuscules every single lap. 1/10 of a second, so 6/10 of a second at the moment. But Bailey Stewart Campbell up the inside. Belford up the inside of Cook, very close there into the right-hander. Through the left to go, through the right, onto the back straight once again. Who will get the run at the corner? Eddie O'Shea looks over his shoulder. Bailey Stewart Campbell up the inside of Hitchcock into the final turn.
Nice.
Not doing it. Yes, he did do it actually.
Nice.
What a move there by Bailey Stewart Campbell. So he's the man on the move. Last lap would come. Will Bailey Stewart Campbell make a move up the inside of Belford? Will Belford pick up Cook, or will Cook manage to get... Oh, there we go. There's Bailey Stewart Campbell in 3rd spot. Pushes Belford off the circuit nearly. That sets Hitchcock up. Hitchcock loses a position to Ollie Walker. So Ollie Walker makes up a move into 5th position there. But Bailey Stewart Campbell isn't done yet. He's looking for another 2nd position so far this weekend. 2 corners to go. Onto the back straight for O'Shea. Cook just behind him. Bailey Stewart Campbell in 3rd. Will he make a move late on the brakes? Yes, he has done. He's into 2nd. Stewart Campbell pushes Cook wide. Across the start-finish line comes Eddie O'Shea, picks up his first race win since Clandau. What a race there by the 114 on the green bike. Bailey Stewart Campbell from 13th to 2nd for the 2nd time today. Cook picks up a very well earned podium position in 3rd. Belford in 4th. Walker picks up 5th position on the last lap. Ryan Hitchcock, you must say, very unlucky to pick up 6th position. The other runners and riders coming through the order, that was Gomez, Dylan Mellor and Alfie Davidson for 11th, 12th and 13th position. Chris, what a great race, and Eddie O'Shea, as he waves to the camera there, giving a big thumbs up as well, executed that absolutely perfectly, and he fully well-deserved race win.
He'll enjoy watching that one back, but I think Bailey Stewart Campbell will even more. What a fantastic performance. Last lap, last corner, diving down the inside of James Cook. Belford had 14 laps to try and get past and just simply couldn't do it, couldn't find a way through. James Cook put up a stern defence, but he wasn't able to defend from Stuart Campbell, and there were plenty of other riders out there that weren't, because 13th place to 2nd for the 2nd race in a row. Fantastic stuff from our mini GP70 riders. It's our premier class, of course. These are the riders which are literally on the cusp of the next step for them is going into the British Talent Cup, the European Talent Cup, Red Bull Rookies, or Moto3 World Juniors. So these are the names for the bike fans and the motorcycle fans out there who love watching the junior series wherever you go. This is the names you're going to see.